Go, people, go. This is like Sonia's 12th class today, guys. She's 12 classes. Side falls. Let's go, guys. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. There you go. Good, good, good. Yeah, just basic. Just very basic. That's all it is. No big deal. If we did a lot more throwing and landing, then I would worry more about you being able to do it. But
I go from my feet.
yeah. I'm not really worried about it. Stepping over to replace guard, guys. Go. Step over, step over, step overs. Most of you guys should know what they look like, but I'm focusing in there so you guys can see in case you don't.
No make class.
I think so. Not today. Straight bridges, guys. Go, go. Straight bridge, straight bridge, straight bridge. Keep working, guys. Keep working. Keep working. There you go. Good. Protect your neck. Elbows in. Lift those hips nice and high. Every time, like you're trying to throw that person off of your body. There it is. Good, good, good. Nice, guys. Let's go ahead and knock out 20 quick push-ups, and then we're going to get moving. Let's go, guys. 20 quick push-ups, and then we'll get going. Good. Once you get your push-ups in, guys, what I want you to do is just come back into the field of view so we know you guys are good to go. All right, guys, so we're going to start off with a preliminary drill, guys, today. This is a good support drill that I want to kind of show you guys. I think it's going to help you. I'm going to show it from a couple of different angles so you can see it, right? And so for those of you guys that don't have a partner, right, just kind of do your best. It's a switching drill. You can just do it with the thrust of your hips, and I'll show you how that goes. Vince, can I borrow you, please? So, guys, I'm going to do it from a couple of different angles so you can see Vince is going to be inside my guard. Now, this is just going to be a drill, right, so there's nothing really going on. Your partner can just sit up nice and comfortable, right? You can even cross your arms if you want. Guys, the thing that I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use the momentum of my legs to get me onto my side. My legs are going to go like this. When I straighten up, you can see my bottom just came off the ground, right? Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go from a closed guard. I'm going to open and shift. You see? I let my body shift this way. And then I'm going to come back, close my guard, open and shift. Come back, close my guard. Does that make sense? Right? The whole idea, here, turn sideways, please. Right? The whole idea here, guys, here, just lift your elbows like this. No, trust your arms. Yeah, thank you. So look, guys, the whole idea is that in one motion, I'm lifting and I'm turning. Does that make sense? Right? What I don't want to do is this. That takes too long, right? The better I get, I just want to extend and turn. That's it. That's all I want to do. I'll come back in, close my legs again, close my guard, open and shift. That's it. That's all I'm doing, right? Super simple, right? I'm using the momentum in the legs on his thighs to turn my body, right? So I'm just going to do this. We're going to set the timer for 1 minute. Does that make sense? Now, if you don't have a partner, how are you going to do this? Excuse me, sir. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to do this facing you guys. So all I want you to do is you're going to go here and just do this, right? And so you're going to literally kick your legs out and turn onto your side. Kick your legs out and turn to your side. That's all momentum. That's going to be a lot more core work, to be quite honest, but you can do it. All right, guys, here we go. 1 minute sessions. Let's see here.
Go first. Go first.
Go ahead and get started, guys. First person's going to have a few extra seconds. Let's go. Boom. Lift those hips up every time. Let's go. You got 1 minute. Straight legs, guys. Straight legs. And just use the momentum of your body to kick you onto your hip. Yes, Ava. Good job, Ava. Good. And you want to get as much 90 degrees as possible. As much 90 degrees as possible. Good. There you go. For those of you guys that have partners, try to make sure you're closing your guard each time. Try to make sure you're closing your guard each time. 1 minute. 1 minute. Todavía no se acaba el minuto. Just 1 minute. One whole minute.
Eu senti aqui senti o quadril.
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
Oh, yes, because my feeling my
Good. Switch. Other person's turn. Keep going.
Stretch. No, stretch. No. Stay here. Yes. Yeah, this side.
Good, guys. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. Good. Good, Latigo. Ava looks good. Anna looks good.
Yeah.
Forrest, looks like we're getting onto her side. Good, Forrest. You should feel this in your hips a little bit and in your core. All right, excellent. Time for just a second, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and go to a slightly different drill now. Now, for those of you guys that don't have partners, you're going to have to really kind of use your imagination to help you on this next piece because it's going to be very specific to where the hands are. So let me show you, right? We're going to look at two kind of precursor drills here. Vince, would you lay down, please? So look at this, guys. I'm going to be inside Vince's guard, but specifically, this next drill is for somebody inside of your guard, right, that is on the balls of their feet and with this grip. This grip right here, this is important. You need to understand. This is a frame on his chest, palm down, and because I'm on the balls of my feet, let's turn sideways, please, Vince. Because I'm on the balls of my feet, guys, you can see there's more pressure right here on his chest. Does that make sense? He feels the difference. The second I go like this, the pressure changes. Big time. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do, typically speaking, when people are getting ready to pass your guard from a standing position, especially in today's modern game, they're already on the balls of their feet doing this, right? So the first drill we're going to do is going to be for this specific hold, right? Let's switch positions, please. So what we're going to do, guys, and I'll do it from this angle first so you guys can see, right? Vince is going to be on the balls of his feet. Good. He's going to use this hand right now. He's gathered both of my lapels. His other hand is kind of on my hip with the arm here on the leg. Guys, all I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting my rear hand behind his elbow. That's it. This hand here, same kind of a thing. I'm just going to hold on. Now, as I flare, this is going to be important. As I flare, my knees are going to help me bring him in. When that happens, look what I'm going to do. Because my far hand was on the top side, I just hug here. This hand closest to you guys, the one on the framing hand, is going to go under, and I'm going to hold the head. Right? So let's do it from a different angle so you can see that again. Right? Look at the differences of positions of the two hands. This hand has to reach in and go behind. This hand is simple right here. This hand is already on top. Right? So all I'm going to do is flare and pull him in. Right? This hand is already in a good position, but this hand is still holding on. So look how I break the grip. Boom, and I hug. Right? One more time from a third position. Same situation. Right? His frame, I go in behind. I grab inside. I'm going to flare as I use my legs to pull. I hug, break the grip, and I have him. Okay? So this specific drill is for this kind of a hold down, right? My hands are separated, right? If I was here, one hand is clearly in front. The next version that we're going to look at is where both hands are at the hips and or controlling the belt, okay? So again, if you're working by yourself, right, with no partner, not even a dummy, you're going to have to offset your hands. I'm going to do this time without a dummy. Or excuse me, sorry. I did not mean to call Vince a temper. I apologize. So I'm here, guys, right? The hand is here on the hand here and the hand here, right? And so all I'm doing is this. Does that make sense? This, right? The hand is on the back elbow. That's the one that goes to the head first. The hand that's on the near elbow, it fishes through just like we did for the modified overhook from last week, right? So watch it again from a different perspective. This hand is posted, I'm here. This hand is further back, I'm here. I'm going to flare as I pull in. Hug the head, thread the arm, boom, and I've got him. That's the drill. All right, guys, we're only going to do this for about a minute each again. So let's get to it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I'm going to go to Forrest first. Good. Yes, Forrest. Yes, Forrest. Good. Good. One more time, please.
Oh, outside? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Excellent. Good job, Forrest. See here. Ava, I'm going to go to you now. I want to see how good your imagination is, Miss Ava. Boom, boom. Good. One more time.
Don't come in like this. Come in like this. Okay.
Yep. So one arm is close. Yep. Good. Pull them in. Perfect. Good. Right hand. Yep. Yes. Good. Perfect. And Ava, a lot of times that hand that just came in, your left hand, a lot of times that's called zombieing the hand. It's kind of zombieing through and kind of coming up. So that was very good. Just like Coach Tommy has showed you with the implant system. Okay. So good job. I'm going to move over to Latigo and Sonia. Let's see you guys.
Oh, you mean I'm beginning of messing it up. Yeah, use both sides.
Yes, Sonia, good. If you guys haven't already changed, go ahead and change. That was very good, Sonia. Let me see if Latigo can nail it first try. Now, your left arm was correct, but hug with the right arm first. That was it. That was good. Other than that, let's do it one more time, please. Yes. Yes, good. I'm going to Anna now. All right, Anna, let's see, baby girl. Boom, good. Right, good, Anna. That's it. That's it. That's exactly it. All right, guys. You guys get it?
Yep.
All right, excellent. All right, guys, did we have any questions here at all? Did everybody get it? Yes, no? Yeah? All right, cool. So, guys, that was the first kind of feed. We're going to go to the last feed here for this one, and then we're going to get into the attack sequence that we're looking at for today. So the next one, guys, now deals with a totally different kind of a setup, right? So Vince is still here. I'm inside of his guard. Actually, let's turn sideways, Vince, really quick so I can see. But, guys, this is different, right? This is different. When I'm sitting on my knees like this, right? Sometimes guys will hold onto your belt. Sometimes they can even grab onto the pants, right? And they kind of got the elbows in, right? So you can see it a little bit better. This is a typical response. Look, my elbows are close to my body. See, they're in right here. I'm not trying to dig them under his leg or anything like that. I'm just holding them tight. Sometimes I'm stalling. Maybe I have my head on points. Who knows, right? But I'm just here. I'm not really engaging. I'm just doing enough not to get swept or something. So this is a different kind of scenario, right, that we're going to be looking at. So we're going to switch really quick. Let me turn off my crazy loud timer really quick, guys, so it's not beeping the whole time. So this is going to be important, guys. So the hands are still going to be imperative, right? See, he's just kind of got his elbows close to his body. But notice he's not really digging in, right? So he's just got him close. He's just protecting his elbows, right? So if you can, you want to reach in, dig in behind, and you want to do the same thing here. Does that make sense? Super simple. That's all I'm going to do, right? Once I've got in here, I still pull, right? And then very much like last time, guys, you know, I can kind of fish the arms through if I need to, right? And I hug, right? However, let's do sideways, please. So sometimes, though, what happens is maybe he's like super crazy strong, I can't seem to get a good feel for this one. Sometimes what you have to do is take this hand in to create space here and then sit sideways so you can come here. Does that make sense? Right? So this is super important. Now, if he takes his arms off, you're good to go. If his hands stay connected to your belt, stay connected to my belt, please. If he stays connected to my belt, then I'm going to have to go a different direction. Does that make sense? Right? But this is going to be, we're just going to kind of break him forward. And again, look, I'm just kind of breaking his grips here and I'm coming back to the head. Right? So super simple, guys. It's just elbows forward, I'm using my grips, and I'm coming through. Now, there are cases, guys, where the hands do come down. So the guy that's going to be in Vince's position, sometimes hold on, let your partner thread, and sometimes bring your hands to the ground, because that does happen too sometimes. Sometimes you're here with your partner, and sometimes what happens is you get this, boom, you'll put your hands on the ground. Yeah, and sometimes this happens. Does that make sense? His hands went to the ground. In which case, that's going to take us to our next technique, right? So you'll have times where they leave the hands kind of on the body. Sometimes they're grabbing, and sometimes they do this, right? All right. Let's take a look at it, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Just back and forth, guys, for the next 2 or 3 minutes, guys. Let's go.
There should be one in there. Look on the floor.
You open the arms. And yes. Open. We go like that. Yes. Now it's green. Oh, it's
Good. Forrest, does this make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Good.
You're supposed to control my head.
Anna, how are we doing, baby girl? Does it make sense? Good. All right, I'm going to go to Ava.
You're supposed to control my head.
Boom, boom. Yep, excellent. Yes. And Ava, because you're smaller, right, like I have to do that one a lot. Sometimes I have to dig my other arm in. Now, if they start digging into your legs or between, man, always think about that triangle setup because that's going to be coming later. Does that make sense? We're going to be focusing on Kimuras today, right? But there's always that if they dig too deep, right? But if they're just holding it, like in this case, if they're just holding it tight enough that you can't really kind of get around, you just dig in and then get it, right? So that's good. Let's go to Sonia.
No.
Good.
Outside, inside. Outside, inside. Yeah. Oh, it is? Yes. 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 Dude, that feels so backwards to me. Yeah. Okay, let me get it right. So, I don't want to break my posture if you have one. Yeah, from the back. It's better in the head, right? Okay. No. Go. Yes.
Good. All right, guys.
Yes.
Time. So let's move on, guys, because I want to give you guys getting some more drills. So last week we were working on overhooks, and we were working on omoplata setups, modified overhooks, and things like that. And so now what we're kind of looking at is a kind of a different situation, right? In the sense that we're trying to get to just a different position, right? But we're going to that Kimura, right? And so the Kimura, in this case, guys. What I want to make sure that you guys get is it's just that kind of breakdown, right? And so, can I borrow you this time? So check this out, guys. So there's a couple of things actually that I want you guys to see, actually. So I hope you guys can get this. So there's a time really that you should be going for that Kimura from the bottom, and then there's a time you should be going for the sweep, the hip bump sweep. You see where I'm at right now, guys? Hopefully this last drill that I reminded you of made it very clear that, hey, I should be going for either some sort of omoplata setup or something because it's hard to bring his body forward. You see, with my weight is back, this is not the time really to try to pull me too far forward or even try a different attack. If my weight's already set back like this, I'm here, right? Man, it's easier to do a sweep, which is what we're going to look at next, right? The reality of the matter is whether I'm here or sometimes even I'm here, I'm playing a little aggressive game, it makes more sense to bring me forward, right? And it's in that bringing me forward that we're going to have kind of the the opportunity to attack. So check this out, guys. We're gonna kind of switch positions. Thank you, sir. So check this out, guys. Let's do it from this angle right here. So look at this, guys. So we're gonna be looking right now at just kind of this position right here, right? So Maxim's gonna be up on the balls of his feet, guys. This is what you're gonna be doing with your partners. So he's kind of in an attack position with his legs. He's set, he's mobile, he could move and he could attack, right? He's not setting his weight back, but he does have his hands here. Does that make sense? And so what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go under the assumption that I was able to get both hands here and that he placed his hands on the ground, right? So I go in one, I go in two, I bring more, good. Now, did you see where his arms fell? This is perfect. My elbow now, look, I'm gonna keep it on the inside. So it's gonna go from the outside to the inside, right? This is super important. I maintain this grip. I'm gonna rock up, and then I'm gonna push the elbow, with my elbow, excuse me, I'm gonna push his wrist up. When this happens, guys, look, I'm gonna slide this down. This is super important to make my connection. Now, we're gonna go back to those drills that we were doing in the beginning. Remember when we kicked our legs straight and we shot to our side? This is where I shoot to the side, right? Now, if I need to, I can always adjust. Now, this is super important, guys. I'm kind of at a 45-degree angle right now just so you guys can kind of see, right? But I want tightness here. Does that make sense? Now, what's going to happen here is I have this tight. Now, two things are going to happen. Let me say it this way. Maxim's a big, strong guy. The second he starts to straighten out his arm, straighten out your arm, he can combat this. If you're short and have ever run into this, go ahead and keep it strong, please. You just bring it back in. He's strong, but he's not as strong as my leg. Does that make sense? Now, with myself on my side, I just bring it up to the body, or to the head, excuse me. So let's watch this again. We're set. He's here. I pull him in. I go elbow in. I sit up. I'm falling backwards as I push this up. Slide, make my grip. Extend my legs, turn myself onto my side. I keep turning. Look, I can keep turning. If he starts to straighten, look, my leg brings it back in. Does that make sense? Now I'm on my side. Look, I want to try to keep his arm right here, nice and tight. Very slowly bring it to his head, right? Now, if I'm like this, guys, this is not going to work very well. I want to be as much on my side as possible. Maxim's really, really tight, guys, right? Pretty much all my partners have tight shoulders, right? And so I want to be somewhat careful with them, right? But the more I can be on my side, the better it's going to be. I do need to say this. For those of you guys that have done a little bit of weight training, you already know this. I'm stronger here, right? I don't lay on my side and try to bench press. Does that make sense? That would be silly. I'd hurt myself, right? I don't even know if I can do it that way, right? I lay on my back and I bench press. So if I was laying down right now, I would bench press like this. I wouldn't turn onto my side and then try to bench press like this, right? It's just silly. My arms aren't even the right length to try to do that, right? The reason I'm giving you this silly analogy is so that you understand I'm turning my side so I have maximum push power. Does that make sense? To finish the block. If you're laying too far over, you can do it, and some guys muscle it in. And that's all good and well until you start getting older and you're not as strong as you used to be, right? So you got to make sure your technique is clean. I'm going to do it one more time, guys, from the third angle so you can see this, right? Same idea. He's on the balls of his feet. I go in one, I go in two, I pull him forward, three. Elbow goes in. Look, my legs are still closed at this point. I rock up, I pull it out. Elbow bumps it up, I slide down, I make my connection, right? This is important. I still have it close to me. I kick, turn. If his arm straightens out, look, boom, I bring it back in. I can change my angle. Look, I'm coming onto my side. I'm not going to go near as far, but I'm going to turn more onto my side so you can see. See, this right now has already got him almost ready to tap, right? And now, because I'm in a position of strength, I just push, just barely push, right? But I'm facing you guys. If I was facing this way, he could fight it more, right? I would rather him not fight it more. I would rather him tap so I can win and go home, right? So, guys, let me put this on a gallery view really quick. Do we have any questions, guys? No? All right, let's do this, guys. Let's give it a go. For those of you guys that don't have a partner, mimic it really quick, and I'll walk you through it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go, guys. I'm starting with Ava. Ava the Destroyer, the last of the she princesses. Good, yep. So now your elbow is going to be in, right? So your left elbow, yep, good. Yes, Ava, good. Now roll back to your back, good. Slide your left arm down. Your left arm is the one closest to me, right? Yep, good. Now your right arm would go in and, yep, good. Now you start to, yes, you put him on his back. Now you're going to hip out, hip out, hip out until you're on your right side. Perfect. Now you would shove up towards their head and snap their little shoulder. Perfect. Now do it on the other side. That was good on this side.
I'm forcing my husband to help.
Oh, you're gonna, very nice. Be nice to his shoulders, please.
There you go.
The dog is like, can I play, guys? Yes, good. Slide down. Now, Ava, especially because he's strong, right? He's got a big, nice size arm there. I really need you to get onto your side right here. So, kick, get onto your side. So now, Kyle, will you straighten out your arm a little bit? Good. Now, see, that's what would help you bring it back in. Now, be careful with his shoulder. There you go, good. And then you can adjust and then finish it. But Ava, that's how you would bring somebody's arm back in, okay? Because your leg should be stronger than his arm, should be. If not, you're in the wrong fight, girl.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to move over now and check on Anna. All right, Anna, let's see it, baby girl. Man, Anna, it looks like you just destroyed that thing. You ripped its shoulder off. My gosh.
So you straight. Yes. You stretched your legs.
Yeah. Everyone was
Good, Anna. Good, Anna. Keep going, girl.
Oh no, not
Good. All right, you look confused, baby girl. Do you have a question?
What do I do? Like, bring it up?
Yeah, that's it, right there. Yep, you're just going to get onto the side. Now, you're going to be on your right side the whole time, sweetheart, so you won't come up on this one. You'll stay on your side. Almost like you're in a half guard. Okay? That was good up to that point. I'm going to go check out Forrest now.
Yeah.
Yes, Forrest, good.
Yes, stretch the legs.
Good, Forrest. Stretch those legs out. Get onto your side. Yes, Forrest. Very nice transition. Good. Yes, perfect. Forrest, it's got to be fun being able to take that thing's arm all the way up to its head, huh? All right, I'm going to go on and make sure she's not hurting Latigo. Be nice over there, Sonia. Boom, so aggressive. So, Sonia, you got to keep that elbow on the inside, okay?
You're stretching here. Here.
The more you get on your side, the better off you'll be. Can I see Latigo do this to you, please? Latigo, don't hurt her. She knows where you sleep. Good. Keep that. Yes, thank you. Good, good, good. Good. Yep. Very nice. Good. Nice. By the way, Latigo, especially on somebody your size, if you will turn her palm to her head, she'll tap faster because it tightens up the shoulder more. Try it one more time. Be very gentle, obviously, with it. But you need to know this for a guy your size. Turn his palm to his forehead, to his head first. That's going to cause a lot of pain. Good. So get onto your side. Now, put it on her back. Now, before you push it to her head, turn her palm towards her head. Yeah, thumb to her back. Turn the thumb to her spine. Yes. Now push the palm to her head. Push the palm to her head. Now shove it up towards her head. That's it. More painful, yeah, Sonia? Good. Good. Ava, did you catch that little palm trick?
I did not.
I'll show everybody. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
All right, guys, time for just a second. So, guys, let me show you one little detail that's going to help you guys out a lot. This is part of your bike, please. So, guys, when you're doing it, actually, let's do it from this angle here. So, let's say you're already here at this position, right? So, once I have this, right, and I'm up at this position, well, you're real tight.
Yeah.
Let me use him.
Oh,
You're
man,
more tight
I
than
was
he
just
is.
like, you must got me right there. I was like,
Sorry, guys, I need to switch partners. He's more tight than I anticipated. All right, so when I have him here, guys, there's a difference of me grabbing his arm and having his thumb go to his head, right? The second I turn his palm to his head, it's much worse, right? So now when I start to you just barely have to push it. Now, here's the thing that here's the thing that I usually have you do in class, right? Just to test your own flexibility. If you take your hand and you put it flat on your back like this, and you try to bring it up, you can take it up kinda, right? Now lower it, turn your palm up, and see how far you can take it. Unless you're Anna, who's like 12, you know, and has working joints, right? Man, no problem. The rest of us, man, that's very painful. So turning that can be a huge, huge thing for you. Does that make sense? But let's go with a different situation. These first kind of concepts have been me sitting on the balls of my feet. My weight is forward, whether I'm pressed here or I'm pressed here, even with my elbows in. My weight is still forward. So attacking in this fashion can work, right? What happens when they're sitting here like this, but then they drop? Now my weight is back. Now we're going to go to that sweep, right? That Kimura sweep, because it's not going to work now. Or it could work, but I'm going to have to use too much energy, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So there's a couple things here that I want to do. Vince, can I borrow your body, please? So check this out, guys. When he's set, right, we're going to have the right hand controlling the collars just so you guys can see better, right? When he's controlling the collars, right, there's a couple of things that you need to understand. You want to try to make sure that this frame is actually doing its job, right? And so like right now, Vince's frame is just a little bit low, right? He actually wants it on my sternum, right? That's going to be, yes, now that's a frame. See, that keeps me from coming up here, right? But what it doesn't do is it doesn't stop me from going this way. See, it doesn't stop me at all. Does everybody understand? So this is super, super important, right? I can't go here, but I can go here. When I go here, right, now my feet can hit the ground. I bring forward, just like we do in that sweep, right, that we practice. We come here, the sit up, I'm squeezing and I turn. Simple, right? And I'm coming here. The reason that's working is because his weight is back, and instead of going into his frame, I went around his frame. Does that make sense? So check this out one more time. I'm here. His frame works this way. It works this way. Everybody understand? But it doesn't work this way, right? I'm coming sideways at this angle. Now, you could go from elbow to hand. It's best if you go here, right? One movement, right? I'm hugging this far arm. It doesn't matter that he was grabbing my lapel because I'm going this way. The only arm that could help him, I hold. Does that make sense? Open my feet, place them on the ground. I'm going to bring my hips to his body, squeeze, turn, and now I'm set for my mount. Okay? One more time, different angle. He's controlling. His frame is on my sternum, right? I can't go forward, but I can go this way, right? I'm up here. I'm already hugging the elbow. It doesn't even have to be perfect. Open, place. Look, my hips go to his body. I squeeze, see? I off-balanced him. Smooth. Fairly simple. Any questions, guys? All right, have fun with it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hug the arm.
Yeah.
To his body, squeeze the knees. When you squeeze the knees on his body, You don't have to squeeze them like to break anything, but just enough to. Yeah. I'm gonna check these guys out really quick. Good. I'm gonna go to Sonia over here. Sonia, were you able to get it?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
Harder than I would
Yeah.
have.
Well, Latigo's a little bit bigger than you.
Yeah, but I thought it would work a little better.
You want to do it better?
Oh, and I need to grab this arm.
So I need to be sitting down. Oh.
You're on your elbow, Sonia. Are you coming up to your palm at all?
Okay, and that might be my problem.
Yeah, because here's the thing, Sonia. If you don't come up to your palm, then your pivot point is lower. Your fulcrum isn't as high. So your leverage will be off. All the way up to that palm, girl. And you should be going towards that side. You're coming the wrong direction.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so hard.
Yeah. You should be going towards the wall, not the camera.
Is that right?
Just a little more.
Okay, can I see you? Latigo do it, please?
Oh,
I don't feel like I'm doing it right.
Simple. Nice jobs. All right. I'm going to go check out Anna. Anna, oh, Anna, Bobana, Anna. Yes, Anna, simple. It's pretty easy, isn't it, sweetie? Yeah, good. I'm going to go over to Ava, see if she's picking on her husband, Kyle. Yes, of course. Love your guys' water bottles, by the way.
Yep.
oh Jesus Christ. Fuck. Oh my God. You're following the-
Ava, Kyle, which hand did you have on Ava that time, the left or the right? Perfect. Okay, that's what I want to know. Good job, guys. I'm going to Forrest. Forrest, that's it. Good. Good, good, good. Excellent. Let's see here. I think that's everybody. All right, guys, time for just a second. So just so you guys understand, right, so one of the things that's a hard or a disconnect here is that we're kind of going away from where we used to kind of go, right? So some of you guys remember this when it was more the I faked the Kimura kind of a situation, and so the Kimura has been faked, right? And then you, sorry guys, here, let me pin this so you guys can see better. So where you attack the Kimura, but then the Kimura arm starts to go away and we sat up with it, and that's all good and well. But it is harder because it is harder to kind of hit. This one's nice because I'm not worried about it. The guy sat back. I'm trying to go to the opposite, kind of opposite direction. I can hit the Kimura on one side or I can hit the other side. What I'm going to try to do, guys, for you guys in the next class is also hit some of the variations. There's a couple of things that can go wrong here, right? There's a couple of times when you break the guy forward, like I said at the beginning of the class, and the guy holds on to your belt, and so you can't do a lot with it. And so there's a couple of ways to kind of break that off. Some guys will actually hug your body too, right? So I'll show you some of the problems that sometimes happen, right? Circuit Abari. Watch my left hand, for example, right? When he tries to break me down, right? So a lot of times what guys will do here is even when you come up to go ahead and bring them down, right? Go ahead, boom, it's tight, you see? And so this is different, right? And so it might be so tight that you can't even kind of zombie the arm up. So there's an answer for that where you have to really hug the arm tight and scoot your hips out. I think of everybody that's actually on in the class tonight. You guys, I think Sonia is the only one that I've actually shown this to. Let me do that again because I don't know if you guys even saw that with my hand position. Let's look at this, guys. Right? So again, what's happening in this situation is there's times when the guy's kind of like this, where I'm here, right? And he's just kind of hunkering in like this. When he pulls me down, go ahead, boom, it's super tight. right? It might have come forward a little bit, but it's super tight. You can't even get it in, right? And so we'll look at that option too. The other option is this, right? The other option is this. He starts to sit up. See how I'm back? He starts to come up for that kind of a Kimura kind of a situation, right? And so he starts to go, but I time it, boom, and now I come this way, right? And so some guys will do that. They time it. Your timing was off, or you didn't sell it well enough, right? And so now they body hug you. And so we'll try to look at those two other variations, guys, in the next class so you have it, because it never fails. The one thing you didn't practice is the one thing that happens to you when you roll, and you're like, never seen this before. How do I deal with this, right? And in the middle of a match is not where you're trying to figure those things out. So we'll try to look at that. But other than that, guys, until next time, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please stand up. We'll bow out, guys, as a team. Whew. Again, guys, for those of you guys that don't know, really quick, I'm going to raise the camera. Helping me this evening, most of you guys know Fejal over here, guys. And then this guy's right over here is Maxine, guys. He's the owner-operator of Avenged BJJ, guys, off of 8th and 25 in Denver, guys. And then Vince is one of the students, guys. We've all been trying to work together, trying to help each other's schools during this time, film a lot of these classes and whatnot for everybody. So, again, thank you for being on here, guys. We appreciate it. Feet together, hands at your side, guys. Bow. Good. Good job, guys.